Have you been in a car accident and suddenly found yourself wondering who actually pays these medical bills? Between ambulance fees, emergency room visits, follow-up treatment, and missed time at work, the costs can add up fast. The good news is, in many situations, you may not have to shoulder those expenses alone. Understanding how these bills are handled can make a huge difference when you're trying to recover. After a car accident, medical bills are often paid in stages rather than by one source all at once. Your own insurance may help first through personal injury protection, medical payments coverage, or even your health insurance. These sources can often cover treatment while fault is still being determined and your injury claim is progressing. That early coverage can be critical when medical expenses start arriving quickly. As the case moves forward, the at-fault driver's liability insurance may become responsible for reimbursing those medical expenses through a settlement or court judgment. That means the driver who caused the crash could ultimately be financially responsible for the costs tied to your injuries. However, this payment often comes later, which is why temporary coverage matters so much in the beginning. Knowing this process can help reduce stress during an already difficult time. Here's something many people don't realize about accident claims and medical bills. Even when insurance helps pay bills up front, those payments may not always be the end of the story. Sometimes, insurers or providers may seek repayment later through medical liens or reimbursement claims from your settlement. That can affect how much compensation you actually get to keep. Medical bills also aren't the only financial burden people deal with after a crash. If your injuries force you to miss work, you may also be entitled to compensation for lost wages. Income lost during recovery can be part of a claim when supported by pay records, employer statements, and medical documentation. Those losses can become just as significant as the medical expenses themselves. But what happens if the other driver has no insurance or not enough coverage to pay for your damages? In those situations, your own health insurance or auto coverage may still help pay for treatment first. Depending on the circumstances, additional recovery may involve other legal options to pursue full compensation. Cases like these can be more complicated, which is why understanding your options matters. Another important thing to remember is that what you say after an accident can impact your claim. Avoid telling insurance companies you're fine if injuries may show up later, and never speculate about what caused the crash. Admitting fault or minimizing injuries too early can sometimes be used to reduce compensation. Even small statements can have a much bigger impact than people realize. This is why many accident victims choose to speak with an attorney early in the process. Legal guidance may help coordinate insurance claims, deal with delayed payments, and address medical liens that could affect your settlement. It can also help prevent settling too soon before the full cost of injuries is known. Once a case is settled, future medical expenses may become your responsibility. Injured in a car accident? Contact Botch Your Law Office today to protect your rights and fight for the compensation you actually deserve. Get trusted legal guidance now and take the first step toward recovery.